Welcome to Montreal, Canada. The World Wrestling Federation proudly presents Wrestling Challenge, and we are kicking off round 2 in the World Wrestling Federation Championship title tournament.
Scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, accompanied by Mr. Perfect, Bobby the Brain Heenan, and from Grenoble, France, weighing in at 520 pounds, the 8th wonder of the world, Andre the Giant!
King Kong Bundy accompanying Andre the Giant to the ring along with Mr. Perfect and their manager Bobby the Brain Heenan. Andre will face the Ultimate Warrior in this quarter-final round match. After today,
from parts unknown, weighing in at 275 pounds, the Ultimate Warrior!
After today, we'll know the 4 semifinalists in this championship tournament, which will take place next week. Later on tonight, Ravishing Rick Rude takes on Hulk Hogan. Macho Man Randy Savage to face Jake the Snake Roberts. And the Junkyard Dog facing the $1 Million Man Ted Dibiase. 4 great matches for you. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Josh. I'll be with you for the next nearly close to an hour of great wrestling action. And what a matchup this ought to be. Sold out crowd here in Montreal. Big right hand by the Warrior, waist lock. Not a smart move there. Andre just shoved him off. Big boot right to the kisser. Down goes the Warrior. And the Warrior clearly outnumbered here. Look at King Kong Bundy at ringside. He wants in there. Bobby the Brain Heenan and, of course, Mr. Perfect Curt Hennig. We saw Hennig get involved in that match between Tito Santana and Ravishing Rick Rude. Rude, of course, another member of the Heenan family. And Andre dropping all the way down right on the back of the Warrior. Andre defeated Hacksaw Jim Duggan to get to this round. The Ultimate Warrior got past The Undertaker last week. If you missed those matches, you can go back and watch them if you'd like. Big clothesline there by the Warrior. Both men collide. Warrior grappling for position. Nice atomic drop. And the Warrior flexing for this crowd. He is the fan favorite here in Montreal, but took his eye off Andre. Not a smart move, and the Giant with a cover. 2. Nearly held him down. Warrior just able to get the shoulder off the mat. Andre complaining of a slow count. Our big main event this evening. Ravishing Rick Rude facing Hulk Hogan. Thunderous clothesline. Andre picks him up. Kick to the midsection. Just shoves down the Warrior, manhandling him. Hope you're having a great day and a great week. We were just days removed from the Super Bowl. Scoop slam here by the Warrior. Running power slam. And a cover. He's got the leg hooked. Easy kick out by Andre. Andre with the easy kick out. Congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles on that Super Bowl win. Warrior just punching away on the face of Andre. Running elbow drop. Warrior now again raining down right hands. Andre clearly with the size of advantage, but the Warrior just so strong. Picks him up. Inverted atomic drop. That's one way to knock down the Giant. Punch to the side of the head. Clubbing blow there by the Warrior. Elbow to the lower back. And now the Warrior looking for the submission win. Referee checking in. Andre trips up the Warrior. Nice backbreaker. Andre just walking all over the Ultimate Warrior. Solid kick to the neck. Andre now dropping all the way down on the arm. Now on the lower back. We will crown the first World Wrestling Federation champion at the Royal Rumble, along with the first Intercontinental champion. The IC title will be awarded to the winner of the Rumble. Warrior drawing energy from the crowd. Clotheslines Andre up and over. Superhuman feat of strength. And now the Warrior off the top. He nailed King Kong Bundy. Bobby Heenan in the way. Warrior slings him to the floor. And here comes Mr. Perfect over. Warrior shoves King Kong Bundy out of the way to get to Andre the Giant. Throws him into the steel railing. And now whips him back into the ring. The Warrior looking super strong. Warrior going to the top rope. Can he make it? Yes, he can. Big splash. He soared across the ring, splashing down on Andre the Giant. Picks him up. Look at that. Warrior has him up and drops him. And the Warrior now, big splash. It's over. Turns him over. Cover. 1, 2, and the Warrior, no, he kicked out. Andre kicked out. Warrior was so close to advancing to the final 4. Front face lock. Abdominal stretch. Trying to make the big man submit. Andre being manhandled by the Warrior. But there's a hip toss and a beautiful escape there by the Giant. And the Giant now dropping all the way down on the lower back once more. Andre climbing over the top rope. What's he doing here? Frustration showing on the face of the Giant. Here comes the Warrior. Thunderous clothesline. It knocked down Andre. Andre has never faced a man like the Ultimate Warrior. Back in the ring. Elbow right to the throat. Going after Mr. Perfect now. Here comes King Kong Bundy over. Submission hold here by the Warrior. Bundy can't believe Andre being manhandled here by the Ultimate Warrior. Andre breaks free. First man to his feet. Solid kick to the midsection. Andre now. Nice maneuver. And Bobby Heenan just slid a chair under the bottom rope and into the ring. Lateral press. Andre going for the win. A 1 count only. Warrior kicks out. Kick to the neck. Andre cranking the neck. Picks him up. Look at the strength of the Giant. Military press. Slamming down the Warrior. Rakes the eyes with a boot. Neck king here by Andre. Slamming down the Warrior. Now it's all Andre the Giant. Cover. 2. No, 1 count only. Warrior kicked out. Andre can't believe it. Andre has never been in a tougher fight than he faces now against the Ultimate Warrior. Both men want to become the first World Wrestling Federation champion. Andre again with a boot to the eye. Andre just using his weight. Now Andre calling out to the crowd. Feeling very confident. Cranking the neck of the Warrior. Head first to the mat. And again, dropping all the weight down on the lower back. Stomps the neck. Great strategy here by Andre the Giant, just wearing down the Ultimate Warrior. And a cover. He might have him. 2 and 3. What? Warrior had his foot on the rope. Travesty of justice here. Referee didn't see it. Warrior had his foot on the rope.
Your winner, the 8th wonder of the world.
Come on, ref.
The Giant.
Andre the Giant will advance. Warrior put his foot on the rope before the count of 3. But Andre the Giant wins this one. He is a semifinalist. Controversial ending to that first match. The Ultimate Warrior clearly had his foot on that bottom rope before the referee counted the 3, but he was counted down, and Andre the Giant is advancing.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 280 pounds, Junkyard Dog.
Andre the Giant gets the win. Super happy is Andre, along with the members of the Heenan family. They have a man in the Final 4, hoping to add another one tonight as Ravishing Rick Rude takes on Hulk Hogan. Right now, the Junkyard Dog set to do battle with the $1 Million Man, Ted Dibiase. The Junkyard Dog defeated Paul Orndorff to make it to the second round, to the quarterfinals. Great ovation for JYD. I don't think that ovation will be echoed for Ted Dibiase as he makes his way to the ring. Next week, fans, will have the semifinal round in this title tournament.
And his opponent from Palm Beach, Florida, weighing in at 260 pounds, the $1 Million Man, Ted Dibiase.
Also next week, we will have a first-round match in the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Title Tournament. The Killer Bees, B. Brian Blair, and Jumping Jim Brunzell, taking on the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov. What a match that should be. Also, a grudge match has been signed for next week. Tito Santana taking on Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig. Mr. Perfect got involved in that match between Tito Santana and Ravishing Rick Rude. And Tito looking to settle the score with Mr. Perfect next week. So 4 more big matches coming your way a week from today. If you've not subscribed, please do so. Thank you to everyone who has been subscribed for a while. You're used to the WCW content on here. And we might bring that back eventually. If we get to 1,000 subscribers, I think we'll bring it back. Referee calls for the bell. And Ted DiBiase rakes the eyes of the Junkyard Dog. Picks him up. Atomic drop. Strong kick there to the back. DiBiase now choking away on JYD. And now DiBiase putting the boots to Junkyard Dog. Drops the elbow. Going for the cover here. 1. JYD able to kick out. Clubbing blow there by DiBiase into a swinging neck breaker. Nicely executed. Both these men underdogs in this tournament, but either one could very well be the next World Wrestling Federation champion. I have to say, Andre the Giant stands as the favorite to win it all after he got past the Ultimate Warrior. Disappointing ending to that one, however. Warrior had his foot on the rope before the referee counted to 3. Kick out here by JYD. $1 Million Man feeling very confident. But JYD just knocked that confidence right out of his head with that big forearm shot. And now measures him, drops the fist. Leg scissors. Driving the elbow to the top of the head. Dibiase feeling it now. Belly-to-belly suplex by the dog. Into the ropes goes Ted Dibiase. What a hip toss. And a cover. Leg hooked. A 1 count is all JYD gets as Ted Dibiase kicks out. Driving the elbow right to the shoulder. JYD measures him. Snaps the head down. Single leg Boston Crab. Dibiase trying not to submit here. He wants to move on to that quarterfinal round. Good elbow shot by the JYD. And the forearm blast. Knocks down Dibiase, and Ted Dibiase smartly rolls out to the apron. But JYD's ready for him. He'll hip toss him back into the ring. Cover here by the dog. Leg hooked. 2. Near fall. Junkyard Dog almost punched his ticket to the semifinal round right there. Great move there by JYD. Leaping leg drop. Cover. A lot of quick covers here. A 1 count only. As I mentioned, Junkyard Dog defeated Paul Orndorff to get to this round. Ted Dibiase defeated Ricky the Dragon Steamboat with the $1 Million Dream. Big clothesline. Taking down the $1 Million Man. And JYD measuring. Dibiase has him up. Running power slam. Nicely done. And a leaping leg drop across the throat. JYD going to the middle rope. Big splash. And now Junkyard Dog looking to put away Dibiase with the camel clutch. Referee checking in to see if Ted Dibiase wants to give up right here. But no, Dibiase still has a lot of fight in him. He breaks the hold. Shoots him into the corner. Face first. Good shot to the lower back. And now Dibiase just clawing the eyes. Big blow there by Dibiase. Going for the waist lock. JYD moved out of the way. Nice backbreaker by the dog. Into the ropes goes Ted Dibiase. Charging in is Junkyard Dog. What a clothesline. Throws him up and over. Dibiase trying to hang on for dear life, but he was just knocked off the apron by a right hand from the Junkyard Dog. And now the dog outside the ring picks up Dibiase. Headbutt. And a second. And a third. Down goes the $1 Million Man. Needs to get the man back in the ring and pin him into the railing. JYD runs him back first into that steel barricade. And now throws the $1 Million Man back in the ring. JYD follows. Knee right to the lower back. And now again the camel clutch. This might be all for Ted Dibiase. Junkyard Dog looking to move on to the semifinals. Dibiase trying desperately to grab that bottom rope just so far away. Instead, he'll pry the hands away from the mouth and escape the hold. Great strength there by the $1 Million Man. Charging in. Big clothesline. He knocked down Junkyard Dog. And now choking away on JYD. Stomping the lower back. Turns him over. Here's a cover. Referee slow to get into position. A 1 count only. And Ted Dibiase just rubbing JYD's face into the mat. Slams the wrist. Dibiase picks him up. Into the corner once more. Ted Dibiase picks him up. What a body slam. And now Ted going to the middle rope. Calling out to the crowd. Drops the elbow. And a cover. Leg hooked. 1, 2. He got him. And the $1 Million Man has advanced to the semifinals. Fans shocked. They thought Junkyard Dog was going to win this one for sure. The $1 Million Man, the underdog in this one. And this whole tournament, perhaps. But he is going on to the Final Four. What a win over JYD. There you saw the action earlier, the running power slam. JYD did not go for the cover there. Perhaps a critical mistake. And Ted Dibiase able to rally. Coming from behind to win this one.
Here is your winner, the $1 Million Man, Ted Dibiase.
What's Ted Dibiase doing here? Come on, we saw this 2 weeks ago. Don't do this again. Shoving that dollar bill right into the mouth of the fallen opponent. We saw him do it to Ricky Steamboat 2 weeks ago, and now to the Junkyard Dog. Come on, Ted. There's your tip, JYD. The action continues now. Another match in the quarter-final round. Jake the Snake Roberts making his way to the ring along with Damien.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Stone Mountain, Georgia, weighing in at 249 pounds, Jake the Snake Roberts.
So if WCW does return on this channel, we're just going to reset everything and start over. As you know, I ran a WCW league on here for quite a while. Since 2020. Things were growing a bit stale. Just needed to reset. Thunderous ovation for Macho Man Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth as they make their way to the ring.
And his opponent, accompanied by Miss Elizabeth. And from Sarasota, Florida, weighing in at 239 pounds, Macho Man Randy Savage.
This week we've seen everybody remaining in the World Wrestling Federation title tournament. And of course, 2 men no longer in it. The Ultimate Warrior and the Junkyard Dog. So 6 men remaining. After tonight it'll just be 4. As I mentioned, we are 207 subscribers away from 1,000. If we get to 1,000, we'll bring back the WCW show. So if you know anybody who likes retro wrestling, let them know about this channel. American Entertainment Channel, right here on YouTube. Referee calls for the bell. And Jake Roberts on the offense at the get-go. Went for the kick, nobody home. Savage from behind. Nice move there by the Macho Man. And now just bouncing Roberts' head off the mat. Straddles him. Raining down right hands on Jake the Snake Roberts, and a strong kick to the midsection. Picks him up. Into the corner goes Jake the Snake Roberts. Savage now. Good high cross body off the middle rope. And Savage in control. Front face lock. Has him up. Beautiful suplex. Another good kick. And again, now raining down left hands. Roberts trying to cover up to no avail. Into the ropes, beautiful hip toss. Submission hold here by the Macho Man. Roberts slips free. Rights and lefts here by Roberts, just wailing away on Randy Savage. Savage rolls out of the way, but Roberts ready for him, heading cornered. Picks him up. Somersaults him over. Kick to the neck. And now Roberts measuring him, putting the boots right to the eyes. Chinlock here by Jake Roberts. One more match remains, fans. Ravishing Rick Rude taking on the immortal Hulk Hogan. Good clothesline there by the Macho Man. Slams him down. Before we go off the air, we will tell you next week's semifinal matches. We already know that Andre the Giant will be a semifinalist, as will Ted Dibiase, the $1 Million Man. Will they face each other? That remains to be seen, depending on the seeding here in the tournament. Front face lock there by Savage. Savage calling out to the sold-out Montreal crowd. Inside cradle by Savage. Strong roll-up here. 2. And he got him. He got him. Roberts can't believe it. Slaps the mat in frustration while Elizabeth raises both arms in victory. A celebration of victory. What a win by Savage. Look at this strong roll-up here. Roberts trying to kick free, just unable to do so. The master of the roll-up, Randy Savage. And he is moving on to the semifinals. Roberts arguing his case with the referee. Savage moving on. It is time for the main event. Ravishing Rick Rude to face Hulk Hogan. A chorus of boos for Ravishing Rick Rude as he makes his way to the ring.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, accompanied by the 8th wonder of the world, Andre the Giant, Mr. Perfect, and Bobby the Brain Heenan from Robbinsdale, Minnesota, weighing in at 250 pounds, Ravishing Rick Rude.
As expected, Ravishing Rick Rude did not come alone. He brought plenty of backup, other members of the Heenan family. Of course, their manager, Bobby the Brain, along with Mr. Perfect and Andre the Giant. Andre trying to ensure that Ravishing Rick Rude makes it to the semifinals. It could very well come down to Andre against Rick Rude, either next week or at the Royal Rumble for the World Wrestling Federation Championship. Mr. Perfect obviously wanted to be in that tournament, was not in the tournament, but he will be in the Royal Rumble with a chance to win the Intercontinental Championship, and we'll see him in action for the first time next week as he takes on Tito Santana in a grudge match. Randy Savage, Ted DiBiase, Andre the Giant, 3 of the 4 semifinalists. Will the next man be Ravishing Rick Rude or the immortal Hulk Hogan? This place is going to erupt when Hulk Hogan makes his way to the ring. Andre looks ready to wrestle again. He's already wrestled tonight, defeating Ultimate Warrior in controversial fashion. Warrior, of course, had the foot on the bottom rope before the count of 3. Referee did not see it. And here comes Hulk Hogan.
From Venice Beach, California, weighing in at 303 pounds, Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan defeated Rowdy Roddy Piper to get here. Ravishing Rick Rude got past Tito Santana. Mr. Perfect got heavily involved in that matchup. And that's why we are seeing Tito Santana against Mr. Perfect next week in that big grudge match. As I mentioned also next week, the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Title Tournament kicks off with a round 1 match. Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik taking on the Killer Bees. B. Brian Blair and Jumping Jim Brunzell. Hogan flexing for the crowd. This one promises to be a great main event. Thank you for sticking with us and watching as Ravishing Rick Rude going for the suplex, hoists him up, has him up, and down goes the Hawkster. The Heenan family already celebrating. So I believe next Thursday, spring training kicks off in Major League Baseball. Snap suplex there by Ravishing Rick Rude. Always a lot to look forward to. Went for the right hand. Good block there by Hogan. Picks him up in a beautiful backbreaker. Hogan, of course, the master of that leg drop. If he lands it on Rick Rude, it's going to be over. Rude, of course, has perfected the Rude Awakening, that neck breaker that has polished off so many opponents. He hopes to apply it on Hulk Hogan here tonight and move on to the Final 4. Warrior already out, surprisingly. Many thought Warrior was going to win this thing. Double axe handle to the upper back. Scoops him up. Hogan now, the abdominal stretch. The abdominal claw here by Hogan. Driving Rude to the mat. And a cover. Grapevines the leg. 1. Rude kicks out. Rude has deceptive strength. But Hogan, of course, with the size advantage in this one. There's Andre the Giant up on the apron, distracting Hulk Hogan. Never turn your back on your opponent, but this time, there's a kick. Cutting blindsided, and that worked. Rude was playing possum. As soon as Hogan came over, Rude greeted him with that kick right to the eye. And now the Giant has thrown a chair into the ring. If Rude uses it, he'll be disqualified. Camel clutch here by Ravishing Rick Rude. Andre the Giant already a semifinalist. Could it be Hogan and the Giant next week? What a matchup that would be. Or will it be Rude against the Giant? Slams him down on the chair. Or will we see another pairing perhaps? Perhaps it'll be Rude against Steamboat. Or excuse me, Rude against Dibiase. Or Rude against Savage. Or it could be Hogan against Dibiase or Hogan against Savage next week. Who knows? We'll know by the end of the night. Hogan now with the submission hold, wrenching back on the jaws of Ravishing Rick Rude. Rude able to slip free. Clubbing blow there by the Ravishing One. And Andre again getting very involved in this matchup. Good clubbing, double axe handle there by Hogan. Hogan now has him by the throat, drives him to the mat, and continues to choke Ravishing Rick Rude. Cover, leg hooked. 2. Near fall, Rude just kicked out. Hogan picks up Rude. Beautiful neck breaker. Drops the elbow. And again. Another great move by the Hawkster. Hogan from behind. Has him up. Great move there by Hogan. Floored him with that boot. And now Andre again having words with the Hawkster. Hawk needs to keep his attention on Ravishing Rick Rude. Rude is down. Down goes the referee. Hogan was running toward the ropes, caught himself, now going over to check on the referee. That was accidental. Here comes Rude from behind. And Rude is bloodied. His face is a crimson mask. A 1 count only. Hogan rolls out to the floor, now back in. Rude ready for him. Whips him into the ropes. Both men collide. Rude will try again. Shoots him into the corner. Tried to follow it up with a clothesline, but Hogan blocked it with an elbow right to the mouth, and Rude is a bloody mess. The blood just streaming down to the chest. Referee may have to stop this match. There's a leg drop. That might stop the match. That's got to be all right there. Hogan with the cover, middle of the ring. And there's Andre distracting the referee. Hogan going up there and knocks the Giant down. And there's another cover. Leg hook, 1, 2, and Hogan moving on. No, he's not. Rude able to kick out. Andre bought him some time, but Andre the Giant has been sent to the showers. He will have to leave ringside. Hogan's going to make sure that he does. Hogan took a shot at Heenan. Heenan moved out of the way. Perfect backing off. Hogan going after Andre. Referee yelling at Andre, or at Hogan rather, to leave Andre alone as he's been ejected. Rude trying to get back in this, but the blood just pouring down into the eyes. Side headlock here by the Hawkster. Rude rolls him off. Hogan now with left hands. Right to that open wound. That big boot to the face busted him open. Scoop slam there by Hawk. Cover, leg hooked. 2, and another near fall. Rude just able to kick out. Good elbows there by Hawk. Picks him up. Into the corner. Puts him up on the top rope. And there's a neck breaker. Nice move there by Hogan. Another quick cover. Has the leg hooked. Smart wrestling here by Hogan. Whoa, that was close. Inches away from moving on to the semifinals was Hogan. Rude just able to kick out. Headbutt to the back. Just shoves Rude over. Tossed him like a rag doll. Hogan dominant now. How much more does Rude have in him? Front face lock. Into a waist lock. Now a sleeper. Hogan trying to put Rude to sleep. Rude thrashing the arms around, trying to break free. Trying to grab the head of Hogan. Can he do it? Hogan. Rude is fading fast, but Rude able to get the grip and drives the jaw down to the top of the head. Into the corner goes Hogan, up and over the top rope. Rude needs a breather here. The blood continues to pour from the forehead. Rude scoops him up. Drops him face first over the apron. That hard apron. Hogan tossed him back into the ring. Rude trying to pull himself up by the ropes, does so, but Hogan has him up. Tossed him like a sack of potatoes. Cover, leg hook, 1, 2. Another kick out by Rude. So much heart being shown here tonight by Ravishing Rick Rude. He wants to make it to the semifinals, and there's that boot. He might have booted him into next week, but Kurt Hennig up on the apron trying to undo the top turnbuckle, distracting the referee, and that again buys Ravishing Rick Rude some time. Hogan now. A second leg drop. That's gotta be all. Rude has nothing left. Cover, leg hooked. Hogan moving on. No, there's Mr. Perfect now up on the apron. Distracting the referee. Hogan had the man beat. Big right hand, but no, he hit the referee by mistake. Mr. Perfect shoved the referee in the way. And now Hogan tosses Hennig to the floor. Referee is still down, now starting to stir. Rude also getting to his feet. Hogan back in the ring. Big right hand there by the Hawkster. Scoops him up. Good body slam. And a cover. Middle of the ring. This could be all for Ravishing Rick Rude. Another near fall. Rude able to kick out. How much longer can Ravishing Rick Rude go? And Hulk Hogan showing no mercy, going to that wound. And now picks him up. Big atomic drop. And the cover by the Hawkster, too. And Rude again kicks out. Rude is a bloody mess. His face is a crimson mask. Hawkster now measuring him from behind. What a clothesline. That dropped the Ravishing One. This has been all Hulk Hogan. And now Rude just smearing the face against the mat. Turns him over. Cover. Grapevine to the leg. 1, 2. Another near fall. The Ravishing One able to kick out once more. The Hawkster keeps the foot on the accelerator. And now kicks the back of the leg. And now Hogan having words with Bobby Heenan. Hogan chasing the Brain. What a DDT on the floor. And now Hogan going after Mr. Perfect. There's a DDT for him. One for good measure. And now putting the boots to Mr. Perfect. Hogan having to fight the entire Heenan family. Andre the Giant, if you're just joining us, was out here. He was sent to the showers due to involvement in this matchup. And now both men on the floor. Good drop toe hold by Rude. Good wrestling move. And that might be what he needed to turn this match around. Headlock and a good sucker punch there by Ravishing Rick Rude. And now Rude posing for the crowd. I've never seen Rick Rude so bloodied as he is right now. And now Rude drives the head to the mat. Rude could pick up a count-out win here and move on to the semifinals. Referee up to 6. Hogan shoots him back in the ring. Both men before the 10 count. Good clothesline there by Hogan. Cover, leg hooked, 1. Rude's got the bottom rope. This time the referee saw it, and he will call for the break. The Ultimate Warrior fuming backstage. He was cheated earlier. He had his foot on the bottom rope before the count of 3. And there's the big boot. He floored Ravishing Rick Rude. And for the 3rd time, the leg drop right across the throat. 3 leg drops from Hulk Hogan. Cover, leg hooked. And there's Bobby Heenan up on the apron. Hogan's got him beat. Hogan had the man beat. And now there's a right hand that sends the Brain crashing to the floor. Hogan has to focus on his opponent here. He's had to take on the entire Heenan family, except for King Kong Bundy. Hogan pounding away on Rude. How much longer can Rude last? Drives him to the mat. And now Hogan again laying down. Hogan now going for that abdominal claw once more. Thank you again for joining us for Wrestling Challenge. We'll be back again next week. 2. Near fall. Rude just kicked out. Hogan has to be wondering, what do I have to do to pin this man's shoulders to the mat for the 3 count? Rude has taken a lot of punishment from the Hawkster. Hogan has seemed motivated. He wants to be in the Final 4 next week. Randy Savage already there. Ted DiBiase, Andre the Giant. Who will be the 4th man? Will it be Ravishing Rick Rude or the Hawkster? So far it looks like Hogan, if he can just pin the man. Rude refusing to lose here tonight. Face first goes Ravishing Rick Rude into the mat. And now the Hawkster scoops him up. Good backbreaker. Rude's had a lot of help from the Heenan family. Another kick out by Rude. Rude showing so much heart. So much intestinal fortitude from the Ravishing One. Hogan fueled from the energy from the crowd. Big right hand there by the Hawkster. Picks him up. Suplexes him down. Now Hogan again. He's got the crowd support. Front face lock by Hogan. Elbow to the top of the head. Rude reeling. Another body slam by the Hawkster and another cover. Trying to put the man away. 2. Another near fall. Rude kicked out. Snaps the head down. Hogan going to the middle rope. Big splash. He is not known to take it to the air, but there he executed a good body splash from the middle rope. Now stomps the midsection. Hogan rings the arm. And for a second time. Flips him over. Swift kick to the neck. Hogan picks him up. What a backbreaker there by the Hawkster, and a cover. Leg hooked. One. Again, Rude. Good ring awareness. Grabs that bottom rope to break the pin. Rude needs to get something going here to turn this match around, and there's another foot to the face. Again, there's Mr. Perfect Curt Hennig up on the apron, providing the distraction that maybe Rude needs here. Rude from behind. Has him up. Can he turn it around now? Good back suplex there by Ravishing Rick Rude. And here, taking time to pose for the crowd. Should have gone for the cover. And that allowed Hogan to kick out immediately. Rude now has a chance to get back in this matchup. Stomping away on the fallen Hawkster. Rude kicks the back of the leg. This is where Rude wants him. He's got to keep the man grounded. Keep him on the mat. But no, he picks him up. Front face lock. Good back elbow. That busted open Hulk Hogan. Now both men bleeding. Drops him throat first over the top rope. And now Rude going for the camel clutch. Toward the middle of the ring. Hawkster a long way from the ropes to break the hold. Can Hogan kick out? Can he break out, I should say. And he does. Great escape there by Hogan. Hogan spins him around. Has him up. Good back suplex there by Hawk. And again, Curt Hennig getting involved. Here comes Rude from behind. Waistlock. Beautiful suplex there by Ravishing Rick Rude. He's had a lot of help from his friends in this matchup, and that's why he's still in it. Straight right hand, and the Hawkster bloodied. Right, the bridge of the nose busted open. Rude just removed the top turnbuckle, exposing that steel, and he's going to throw Hogan face first, no back first into it. And that worked, so why not do it again? He's going to remove another turnbuckle pad, exposing the steel. And this time Hogan's going to go face first. Oh, yeah. Hogan is down. Rude, high knee lift. Things going the way of Ravishing Rick Rude now. He has turned things around, now cranking the neck. What a main event here on Wrestling Challenge. Both men vying for that final semifinal spot. Andre the Giant, Ted DiBiase, Randy Savage already there. One of these two men will join them. Good chin lock here by Ravishing Rick Rude. Slowing down the pace. He needed the momentum to shift, and that's what's happened. But Hogan, though, drives the chin right to the top of the head, and the Hawkster up first. Front face lock by Hogan. Grabs the arm. Rings it. Now overhand wrist lock by Hawkster. Bending the thumb back. And drives the knee right to the bicep. That would weaken the effectiveness of that Rude awakening. There's the leg drop out of nowhere. For the fourth time tonight, Rude has tasted that leg drop. And there's Mr. Perfect up on the apron. He jumps down. Cover here by Hogan. Referee distracted. He'll make another attempt at it. Here comes the referee. One. Can Rude kick out again? No, he can't. Hogan collapses to one knee from sheer exhaustion, and Rude finally unable to kick out. He lost so much blood in this contest, and Hulk Hogan is moving on to the semifinal round, where he will face Andre the Giant next week. What a matchup that's going to be. Don't miss that one. Also, it'll be Macho Man Randy Savage taking on the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase. What a great semifinal pairing. Thank you again for joining us. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you again next week for the World Wrestling Federation. This is Josh, signing off.